Well, we're talking about probably the number one, complaint and problem that's affecting people, especially women, and that's, this fatigue and how fatigue is associated with things like how well you sleep, how well your metabolism works, how well your hormones are working, and all that. Great a coach once said, "Fatigue makes cowards of us all." And wow, it's so true because the more tired that you are, the more life escapes you. You don't engage. Life just you're measuring what you do in life by what you feel like doing, right? So if you're fatigued all the time, you're pushing yourself out of this circle of life, not engaging in life. So helping people to increase their energy. And that word energy gets thrown around like a buzzword, but this is something I love to do. This is something that's like the essence of what I think is critically the most important things that we can do to help people, especially women, and that is we've got to raise this energy quotient that's inside of you, right? We've got to get you feeling better and understand what that energy is. But when you talk about energy, people aren't specific, they talk about that term like it's general, but you have physical energy. That's so that your body, your cells, your tissues, your organs are all functioning well. That's one type of energy. But you also have a mental energy. That's the type of energy that runs your brain so that you can think, so that you can focus, so that you can be on task and be on target. Then there's an emotional energy. And that energy is the type of energy to where when you get excited about something, don't you have a lot more energy when you feel this excitement? Or what about when you're angry? Got a lot of energy when you're going through a negative emotion like that too, aren't you? What about when you lose hope? It's a drain in your energy, isn't it? So the emotional part is equally, if not more important than the mental and the physical part. So what we have to do is we got to find a way to get all of those sources of energy back for you. So what we do, earlier I did a video and I talked about stress and how stress literally like drains the life out of you. And if you go back and if you're able to watch that video, it's on youtube.com/LaFar. You'll get a frame of reference for what we're talking about here, right? Now, I want to help people reestablish energy in the right way. I can say, go drink a Red Bull. That'll get you some energy, won't it? Is that the kind of energy that you want? The energy that gives you a quick rise and then depletes you for the rest of the day? No, I can tell you we can get you that, that dynamic type of energy without ever having to do the stimulants because they're the things that are taking it away from you in the long run. Here's what you do. We talk about what we call natural catalysts. These are natural products that are able to work on both sides of your metabolism, work on your hormonal system, and work on the feel-good chemicals in your brain. Because if you can work on those things and you can get that right, you can dramatically increase your energy because you make your metabolism, you make your hormones and your brain chemistry work and function properly. And guess why they're not working well? Because of stress. Because your body is depleted because of the different forms of stress that you've been faced with. So the thing that pulls the energy out of you, lowers your resistance, lowers your immunity, and causes you to not engage in life is because your body is overwhelmed with too much stress. And that stress can come as mental and emotional stress, or it can come as physical stress. And what I talked about in that video that I mentioned before is how eating sugar and starchy carbohydrates and bad carbohydrates are just as damaging as a source of stress and related to the same reason why you have mental emotional stress. You realize that when you eat and overeat sugar, same kind of stress. So it's happening to most people, especially most women. They don't realize that they know that their life is stressful. They know that they're sort of sacrificing themselves for everyone else. They know that they're engaged in this hurry and worry sickness. What they don't understand is when they get stressed out like that, they might be overeating the things that they shouldn't. They might be in this thing called emotional eating where they go for the sweets and they go for the carbohydrates. Why? Because it gives them an immediate little lift. But what they're not understanding is at the end of that is a form of stress that's exactly the same as if your boss yelled at you, as if you're having trouble with the kids, as if you're in an argument with your husband, as if you're stuck in traffic. It's the same thing. Now, when you combine both of those factors and they're in your life at the same time, Forget about having energy. Forget about it. Forget about losing stubborn weight. It's not going to happen. Forget about regaining your mental focus and clarity. It's not going to happen. Forget about not being irritable, not being moody, not having, emotional ups and downs, because that's the cause of it. We can fix that. We can show you how to do that. And first thing to do, go look at youtube.com/LaFar. Get more educated. We've got a lot of information that can help you to get your mind around this and really grasp it.